Namaste and welcome to the fourth episode of the Chakra Mandala Series. Today we arrive at the Heart Chakra, known as Anāhata, which means unstruck sound, the silent resonance of love that exists beneath all pain, all fear and all division. Located at the center of the chest, this chakra is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms, connecting the grounding energy of the lower chakras with the higher frequencies of wisdom and intuition. It is here that we learn the deepest truths of compassion, forgiveness, connection, and unconditional love. We'll explore this center of love through 3 unique mandalas: a sacred geometry mandala representing its ancient symbolic structure, a color-based mandala highlighting the chakra's visual energy, and an abstract one expressing the emotion and essence of Anahata through intuitive art. In Sanskrit, Anāhata means unstruck, a sound not born from impact. You see, most sounds in our world come from friction. Hands clap, waves crash, drumsticks strike, doors close, voices rise. Every sound a meeting of opposites. But Anāhata is the sound that was never struck. It is the eternal vibration that underlies everything, the primordial hum, what the sages call Om, heard not with the ears but in the silence of deep meditation. It travels not through water or earth or fire, but through air, the subtlest of the 5 elements. The element of breath, the space between the invisible thread that connects all life. And just like its element, the energy of this chakra, love, is also uncaused. True love does not strike, it doesn't push or pull, it doesn't shout or prove, it simply is. All-pervading, unconditional, ever-present, like the breath, like the breeze. It flows heart to heart, without explanation, without asking anything in return. When we live in Anāhata, we stop needing reasons to love and start becoming love itself. The world teaches us to fight, to defend, to prove, but the heart only knows how to open. Close your eyes. Can you hear it? That quiet, unstruck song, the vibration of love that has always been with you. Now gently open your eyes and let them rest on the sacred geometry mandala. Can you see the 2 triangles, one pointing upwards, symbolizing Shiva, the masculine, sky, fire, expansion. The other pointing downwards, symbolizing Shakti, the feminine, earth, water, nurturing. When these 2 merge, they form a 6-pointed star called the Shatkoon. Shat meaning 6 and Koon meaning angles. The star is not just a symbol, it is a sacred compass, pointing in all directions, yet resting in stillness. It is the seed of unconditional love, which arises only when we have integrated all parts of ourselves, the shadow and the light, the fire and the water. Breathe into the center of this star. Let its message settle in you. not just as a visual, but as a vibration. You are whole, you are enough, and you are infinitely connected to yourself, to others, to the vast web of life. The color of this mandala is green, not just any green, but the green of new leaves, of a quiet forest floor, the green of healing, of renewal, of growth. Green is the color of nature, and the heart is our inner nature, where truth grows, where compassion blooms. When the heart chakra is balanced, this green flows like a river, steady, nourishing, connected. The heart chakra is the midpoint of our energy system. So it bridges the lower three chakras, earthly, personal, physical, with the upper three, spiritual, intuitive, and cosmic. So when it is in balance, you feel it. It radiates. How? You're open to love, giving, receiving, without fear or pressure. You have healthy emotional boundaries, not walls, but gentle, conscious space. You can forgive, not to erase the past, but to free your heart. You feel connected to yourself, others, and to something bigger. But what happens when this chakra is out of balance? There are two ways this can show up: blocked or an underactive heart chakra, or an overactive heart chakra. So what happens in a blocked heart chakra? You may feel emotionally numb or closed off. You might have difficulty trusting others, struggles with self-love, isolation, or even fear of intimacy. You might avoid vulnerability at all costs. And when you have an overactive heart chakra, you may become overly attached or codependent, constantly giving, and even when it depletes you, difficulty saying no and trying to fix or rescue others all the time, sacrificing your own well-being for external approval. Take a moment now to ask yourself, is your heart space feeling closed or too open without boundaries? Or is it in harmony, able to give, receive, rest, and renew? The key to balancing Anāhata is awareness and intention. Here are a few simple ways to bring it back into flow. You can practice yoga poses like the cobra pose, bhujangasana, bridge pose, setu bandhasana, or the camel pose, ustrasana. Open the chest and stimulate heart energy. Foods that help include leafy greens, herbs like basil and mint, and green tea. Activities like volunteering, spending time in nature, journaling your emotions, or simply placing your hand on your heart while breathing deeply can begin the healing. Healing the heart is not a one-time event, it is a daily returning. Every moment is a chance to choose love over fear, to soften, to reconnect, and to let the color green remind you that no matter what's happened, you can always begin again, begin afresh. In the yogic system, green is not just a color, it is a frequency, a medicine, a state of being. That's why heart chakra healing often begins not with words, but with nature. A walk in the woods, sitting by a river, or simply watching trees sway. Every green space is a reflection of Anāhata, reminding us to slow down, open up, and receive. Now let your vision turn to the 12 petals of the Anāhata Chakra. Each petal holds a vibration, each one a quality of the open heart, like a language your soul speaks fluently even when the mind forgets. In the ancient texts, each petal is associated with a Sanskrit syllable and an emotion. But here, Let's explore them as universal energies that live within you. 1. Love, the unconditional, expansive force that connects all life. 2. Compassion, the ability to feel another's joy and pain as your own. 3. Peace, not the absence of chaos, but the calm center within it. 4. Harmony, the art of coexistence, of balance in relationships. 5. Empathy, deep understanding where no words are needed. 6. Kindness, simple acts that ripple far beyond the moment. 7. Forgiveness, not forgetting, but releasing the burden of holding on. 8. Trust in yourself, in others, in life's unfolding. 9. Patience, the wisdom of divine timing. 10. Devotion, a love that serves without needing recognition. 11. Gratitude, a heart that sees gifts even in the storms. 12. Joy, the spontaneous laughter of the soul. The seed sound of the Heart Chakra is Yum. Let the vibration of Yum ripple through your chest, not as a sound you make, but as a sound that awakens within you. Ask yourself, when was the last time I truly felt love? Not just received it, but radiated it freely without expectation. The sacred geometry you see is more than art. It is a mirror of your inner world, your potential for union, wholeness, and heartfelt connections. Keep breathing into this space as we move into the next mandala, a journey through the colors of the heart. As these shapes begin to unfold beneath my hands, there's a quiet rhythm emerging, a soft order hidden inside the curves, the repetitions. You might notice this mandala feels lighter, more spacious than the ones before. There's breath here, there's softness. That's the energy of Anāhata, not loud, not forceful, but open and receptive, steady like a heartbeat. As we draw, we are not just creating art, we are inviting harmony. With each line, I return to my center. With each repetition, the mind begins to settle, and the heart begins to speak. In just a moment, we'll invite color into this space. And the color that belongs to the Heart Chakra is green. The color of healing, the color of nature, the color of balance. Welcome green with me, the color of life in every tradition. Whenever you look at green, green reminds us life returns, just as the heart keeps beating even after it's been broken. As I paint this green, I think of the lungs expanding and releasing, receiving and letting go. The same cycle we experience in love, the courage to open, the wisdom to release. I am open to give and receive love. I forgive and free my heart. My breath anchors me in peace, and I trust the wisdom of my heart. When I paint with green, I hear the sounds of the forest, the rustle of leaves, the whisper of wind. Nature is never in a rush, and neither is the heart when it's at peace. This abstract mandala is not meant to be understood, it's meant to be felt. This is where structure surrenders and the heart begins to speak in its own language, not in symmetry, not in rules, but in feeling. A rush of green, a swirl of gold, a burst of white perhaps, the whisper of softness. This is how the heart remembers itself, not through perfection, but through presence. Through courage to feel fully, through every scar we've turned into strength, through every quiet kindness we gave when no one was watching. Anāhata reminds us, love is not a destination, it's a practice, a presence, a return. Just like this mandala, your heart doesn't need to be flawless. It just needs to be open. Thank you for walking this journey with me today. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chakra stories through art. And as we close, let me leave you with this. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. I'll see you next time as we move forward into the realm of expression and the sky blue of Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Until then, stay open, stay kind, and keep listening to the quiet voice of your own heart.